When people hear Baltimore, they think The Wire.
Yep.
I have never hung out in a neighborhood like that. I mean, they're there. That's all real, but I'm saying I don't go into those neighborhoods. There's no reason for me to be in those neighborhoods.
Right.
I can't tell you what's going on in those neighborhoods.
People always ask me when they hear Boston, is Boston racist? And I've heard stories, and I'm sure in some parts it is. But
just the white people.
Just the I never saw it, but then again, I'm white as fuck, and I probably wouldn't see it.
When somebody says racist, is it five guys in the bar giggling, and all of a sudden they say, oh, did you see that nigger chick last night? Is it that type of racist? Or is it racist that people actually put a fucking hood on and go out and pick fights? No. Boston, everybody gets along because you got black guys in the Boston Celtics. See, once the fucking black guys got put on the Boston Celtics.
And Big Papi.
That's it. That's it. That was it. They were like, you know what? I don't know about these black dudes, but they could play. Let's give them a fucking chance. You know, but in all seriousness, I mean, in 1985, I used to hang out in San Francisco. And I used to hang out with these Cuban refugees. Cubans had just come over, and they were putting them in different pockets. And I remember that there was this one guy that they would give you 20 nickel bags. And let's say at $5 a piece, it comes out to $125 or something. They would give you like $50 out of the $125. And there were days when I was broke, and I'd just go out there and just to hang out with the guys. You could do 25 nickel bags in an hour. You know, just to hang out with the guys, I'd say, give me a thing, and they'd give them to you. And you'd hide them. You'd hide them under bumpers, you know, in cars. You'd hide them. So if the cops come, you could just, you know, you don't have them on you.
Right.
And listen, man, every 4 fucking days, cops pulled up. And I'm a white fucking dude on paper until you take my license. It says Jose Diaz. In those days, I didn't carry a license. But my point is they would just pull up and jump out of cars and throw you against a wall. It's tough to be a cop in America.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's gotten taken away from the cops when I was banging heads and I was out there getting pulled over and robbing and all that shit is the sense of community. Okay, so Ryan lives where?
Now?
Yeah.
Santa Monica.
Okay, so you live in Santa Monica. You come up to the Valley tomorrow. Let me see how I could do this. Okay, you live in Santa Monica. You live on a block that there's a Ralph's and all this shit. And there's a neighborhood cop. Same fucking cop. Same fucking cop that's been there for years. And he sees you and he waves at your kids. And sometimes he pulls over and you get in the car and let the kid fucking beep the horn. And, you know. But you know him. His name is Phil, Officer fucking Jones. And you get to know him 3, 4 fucking years. Now, God forbid you come up to the Valley. You come up to the Valley one day, we're all hanging out, and on the way out the door, you get into an argument with some kid. And you smack him, and you get in the car, and the kid takes your license plate. They go up to the Valley here in North Hollywood. They do the paperwork. They come down to Santa Monica to put that warrant. Guess who's coming to your house with the cops in the Valley? Officer Smith, because that's his neighborhood. And guess what Officer Smith is going to do? The guys that are coming down.
Phil.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Officer Phil. That's what we said he was. Yeah.
Okay, Officer
Phil Smith.
Officer Phil, the cops that are coming from the Valley, they're coming from the Valley with one side of a story in their head. Do you follow me? They're coming from the story that some kid was walking down the block on a skateboard and my man fucking Ryan just bitch-slapped him and got in his car.
And the cops could know that guy from the Valley.
Okay.
So it could be like his
right. So
cop.
What a shame. The kid's a great kid. So now they're coming down here with what? With blood in their eyes. All right? But guess who stops him?
Phil.
Officer Phil goes, hold on 1 second. To knock on his door, I got to come with you. And he explains to him this has to be a misunderstanding. I know him. I know his wife. I know his kids. He's a stand-up comic. He's a decent guy. So now the blood gets tanned. They want to hear your side of the story. They'll take you down booking. So you understand me? You had that type of relationship with the police officers. I don't know what's happened the last 10 years. I'm not out there. But I know there's no relationship with police officers. There's no more neighborhood cop. So I know what a black neighborhood is. I went into them to get drugs. I know how they shake you down. You know, in the old days, they'd have gun on their holsters. Now they're coming out shooting guys. And if they see any infraction, how many shootings have you seen in the last 3 years that you're like, where's the justification for this fucking shooting?
A lot.
Where's the justification for this fucking shooting? There's none. He got on the floor, and the guy, the guy shot him a couple of weeks ago, the kid in Cincinnati.
I can't look at the stories anymore.
Yeah,
It's
one
just too
dude,
much for me.
he told him to reach for his license. He went to reach for it, then he shot him, and he even said, he's hit. And he's like, me to go for my license, I'm getting my license. Yeah.
So who the fuck knows the pressures it is to be a cop?
But
I've
also,
never been a
when,
cop.
when you watch these videos, for me at least, when I see a cop's body cam and I see it from their point of view, to me, at any moment, it's like the end of Sopranos. Who's it going to be that's going to, you know what I mean? I think that it's so heightened right now that I'd be scared out there. I'd definitely be scared.
If I got pulled over today, I'd be scared.
Yeah. I'd be the cop
be
too, though. I
petrified.
mean, I'd be scared if I was
I
the
would
cop
put my
too.
hands right out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And let the cam watch it. Put my hands out the window. You know, I would do everything. I was thinking about it the other day. What if I get pulled over at night when I'm coming home from the comedy store? I would just as soon as I open my window and put my hands on the window. I'm with you. And that's it. That's the end of the
Then when they
story.
get there, can I reach for my license?
Can I reach for my
license?
license?
I'm reaching for my
officer?
license. I'm the same way.
But even if things weren't heightened, isn't there always going to be some sort of like tension between the cops and I don't want to say just black people, but it just like in this
right
case,
now
black
in
people.
this part, right now in our world today in the United States, there's a hidden tension with black people and cops. And if you don't think you'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to. Okay. You get a call tomorrow. There's some fucking Cuban dude smacking Jewish people. He goes into synagogues and just smacks you and runs out. He goes into temples and I walk up on you. Is your defense going to be up or are you going to be glad to see me? You don't know if I'm going to smack you.
Right.
Same fucking thing. Every black person in America right now, whether they're a criminal or just a regular black person, after you see the shooting in Cincinnati, you have to be a little scared subconsciously. You could say, suck my dick, they're going to suck my white dick or my black dick. But subconsciously, that goes into your subconscious mind. So you have to be a little bit fucking scared.
I was always
inside.
scared of cops.
Always. Me too.
Yeah, me too. I've never been comfortable.
Me too.
My friend's, his mom, they're black, and she tells him, like, get your fucking registration on your car up to date. Never give them make sure your tail lights aren't out. Never
give them a reason.
Never
That's
give them a
the only
reason.
thing.
Never
No,
give them a reason.
You can't give them a fucking
don't
reason,
give them a reason.
either. You know, I see people and they tell you with stories and they come back again. You should fucking know better. Remember the night we almost got pulled over by the diner,
Which one?
North Hollywood diner, when we pulled into the cop thing. The cops were looking at that kid and he
Right,
got away,
yeah.
started running, and there we are. So they saw two people in the car, so they thought I had picked the hitchhiker up. They got right behind
What?
us. They thought I had picked the kid up because it was him and I getting a milkshake. They pulled up right behind us. I shit a fucking prick, man. They got out of the car. They're going to wave their guns. They're looking for a fucking kid. We saw the kid.
Yeah.
We saw the kid fucking running. It's not like we didn't see. If I'm telling you right now, I'm driving at night sober, no weed in my car, I'm still paranoid. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.